What's up everyone, Cameron here, or Self-Destruct, and I've got a lot of requests to make a full-blown let's make a song from start to finish tutorial for Ableton. And, it's not all Ableton, we'll be doing VSTs and stuff, that'll probably be the main thing of it. But, people will be like complaining in this video, they'll be like, why aren't we making dubstep yet? Why aren't we making those basses? But that's not what you start. That's not what you start with. The most important things before you start is know your environment, know your tools, and know your settings. So right now I'm just going to run through a few things that you really should know and you shouldn't skip out on before you actually start mixing. So hear me out, guys. I'll just switch. Hey guys, so the first thing you need to know is your room. Know your room. Now this is a terrible room, as I've said in my previous tutorial or whatever it was. Actually, it's the right size for a studio, but there's so much shit in here that it just creates tons of resonance. The walls are terrible and stuff like that. But the first thing you got to think of is the size of your room, and it'll have, depending on the size of your room, it'll have various vacuums and resonances. So that garage door creates such a resonance, and it is just a bitch. But, I deal with it because, you gotta work with what you have. Second, compensating for acoustic irregularities. Now what that means is, because of the acoustics in this room with all the resonances and reverbs and vacuums, it means that certain frequencies will be higher or lower. So you could be thinking, oh, that doesn't have enough, that kick sounding really weak on 100 Hertz, sounding really weak. I may as well boost it by 3 decibels, and then you listen to it on a car and it sounds all, or a different audio system, or in a studio, and you hear it, it's way too bassy and it just overpowers everything. And you're thinking, that's weird, it sounded fine in my house, in my studio. But that's just one of those things you need to worry about. Small spaces are bad, to what people say. Big spaces are good. If you can set it out properly, big spaces are good. So if, in the perfect world, the couch would be over there on the wall. None of this shit would be here. And the walls would be draped with not curtains. They'd have the best way to insulate it, which I'm going to be doing shortly, is you'd have what you would hang curtains on, going all the way across and about 3 inches out from the wall. And instead of hanging curtains, you'd hang carpet. And basically what that does, it creates a layer of air of about 3 inches. And that's the best way you could possibly soak up the sound. And I know you're probably hearing this, you're like, this doesn't even matter. Well, it's if you want good music, I'm just laying down the basics. So, people start with the basics. It's like how to work Ableton, but this is definitely one of the most important things, if not the most important thing. So, now, your speakers. So I've got KRK6s. You need to know your speakers. You need near field speakers. Don't get like PA speakers that are big, like 12 inches, and that's just dumb for trying to produce on, because these give off a flat sound, and by flat I mean they give a raw sound. So what you're hearing is what it actually is. Instead of car speakers that have bass boost and cinemas, like stuff like that. So now you've got your speakers. You want to be sitting as the tip of the triangle when you have your speaker. When you're sitting listening to music, you want to be the tip of the triangle, because they're meant to be coming directly at you. Don't have them straight. I prefer them standing up. Some people have it lying down. But I prefer it standing up. Make sure you're sitting at ear level to the tweeters. Otherwise, if you're too low, you'll be hearing too much bass. Too high, too much highs, obviously. So I'm pretty sure that's all I need to talk about. Just make sure you know your speakers. That's the most important thing. Doesn't matter if you have a shitty pair of speakers, honestly, as long as they're near field and you know that what like 50 hertz sounds like on your speakers. Anyway, now into Ableton. Alright guys, so now we're in Ableton Live, and to get to your preferences you want to go Command comma, or probably Alt comma if you're on a PC. Make sure go to audio, sample rate 44,100, high quality if your computer can handle it. I leave it on all the time, but if your computer can't handle it, don't worry about it. It should be fine. Go to record, warp and launch, file type WAV, bit depth 24. That is very important. The difference between 16 and 24 bit is ridiculous. It's about 65,000. Like it's measured in quality, and I'm not sure exactly what the file type is, but all I know is 16 is 65,000 and 24 is in the 16 millions, I think. It's either 15 or 16 million. So it's pretty crazy, the difference in quality. You'll want to go, if these aren't the same, then please do that. Turn that off. Auto. Make sure default is complex. Create fades at clips edges. Now this pisses me off. I didn't realize it until just recently, where I could realize you could just turn this off. So I was going around, unfading every single one of my clips. So make sure that's off. And if they aren't the same, then please change it. I don't think I have anything else. Nope. So really guys, that's all the settings I want to show you. Next time we'll be getting into, we'll just start, I think we'll do drums. Probably start with drums, or maybe a melody line, maybe. But I know it's kind of boring and tedious, but it's definitely necessary to know these things. So thanks for watching and have a good one.